Ladies and gentlemen, Attack on Titan is the greatest anime of all time. I think we all already know that, but I just wanted to bring that up again. Sorry for the super loud intro, but god damn it, y'all needed to hear that from me. I don't know what's wrong with my mic. It is tripping up a little bit. But anyway, let's get right into the video, man. This last episode of Attack on Titan was absolutely phenomenal. I was a little bit annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually quite annoyed, heavily annoyed, mainly because man, they was really playing and tugging with our heartstrings, boy. They was really teasing us the whole goddamn episode. Like we knew Aaron was gonna turn up on that beat. We knew Aaron was ready to go all out local. We knew Aaron was, you know what I'm saying. But we did learn a lot. We learned so many details, and it was like expositional dump. However, it was done in a really smart way where it narratively made sense for the expositional dump because you know the leader of the Tyba, you know, the family, the head family, the Eldian head Eldian family, you know, the story that he told, you know, it made sense narratively. It made sense for him to say that and to go into great detail because he wanted to tell them the truth because he knew that they had wakened a sleeping giant, you know, and because now this is the interesting part of it. Is the reason why the Marlesians decided to attack because of Aaron's dad in the first place? Because you have to understand that Aaron's dad stole the Titan power, the founding Titan power, and as a result, later on, the Marlesians attacked. So the Marlesians find out that the Eldians, you know, lost the founding Titan, and that's why they attacked because, oh shit, if it's not under the lineage, then that means that they could attack us and kill us. So it creates a few interesting questions here. Is Aaron's dad ultimately to blame for this, or were the Milesians always ready and vying to attack? You know, so it's really, really interesting. We obviously find out the truth that, you know, the king, let me just make sure I get the name right. King Fritz. That King Fritz, you know, he's will and him really feeling like his people deserve this shame and that, you know, he'd accept their death, you know, for the actions of hundreds of years ago, which is interesting. It's like, you know, they were conquerors, they were, you know, abusing their power, and then they basically segregated each other in order to continuously have almost a feud that keeps them killing themselves and not everybody else. But obviously Milesians ended up, you know, becoming, especially Milesians, because they felt like, you know, the Milesians were the ones that they treated the absolute worst, right? So that hatred built up over time, and it's crazy enough that they're still led by an Eldian, but it's just a different type of Eldian. So it's really, really intriguing, man. It's super intriguing finding out all these details and him just saying it, and then somehow he turned it into a war cry, into saying that we, all of us, all these different nations, we must come together to end these Eldians. After everything he said, that was the outcome. And it's like at that stage you can't even blame him, and and it perfectly flows with the conversation that Aaron was having with Rain, or like, yo, I get why you did what you did. Like, I don't blame you. Like, we're both the same. We just keep moving no matter what. Because you have to remember, Aaron also at some point gave up and wanted to kill himself and wanted to, you know, commit suicide and wanted to give his body back, you know, to Krista to be eaten. He wanted to give up the founding Titan, but some of the, you know, things, but Krista was like, slapped him into his senses and was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, we gotta change this cycle. Like, we gotta free ourselves from this cage. If I take it, I'm just gonna be caged and enslaved by this power. You are not tied down to that like I am. You are not tied down to that. So, you know, it also completely makes sense why the Eldians from Paradise Island hid the fact that they know about Titans, all that, Because if people found out about the founding titan like Aaron's dad did, people would definitely try to steal it to free themselves from these shackles, from these walls that they've lived in, the same walls Raynor confesses to be goddamn sick of. So it was just an absolutely phenomenal chapter, man, a phenomenal episode. Obviously, Raynor's fear and breaking down because he knows deep down he knows that he was ultimately wrong, but Aaron doesn't really blame him anymore. He's like, I'm not even angry at you. Like, I get what you felt like you had no choice, and you felt like you had to be the hero and you have to keep moving. And I feel the same way, and we're the same. And you have to remember that Reyno, despite wanting to commit suicide, he didn't. He realized he had to keep going for who? For the boy, for the cause, and etc. etc. So it's just, man. And obviously Aaron's transformation at the end, boom, ate that dude up straight away. He just ate him straight away. Like, yeah, you talking all that shit? Well, it's war now. You declaring war. You came through set up to declare war. I did feel like maybe the two other Titans got tricked a bit too easily, but I suppose you wouldn't expect the Eldians to be there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just wouldn't expect that. Like, how would they get in? Like, you guys are set up for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, even when the Malaysians, did their thing, it was because, they hid under a Titan attack. So how did these guys get in? They obviously got in through the war and the previous war and came back as soldiers, etc., etc. But it's interesting and very, very smart, very acute. So I'm we all know the next episode is going to be absolutely bananas. But I just want to talk about this episode and just again to tell you Attack on Titan is the greatest anime of all time. Oh God, man, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I just feel that way, so I'm just going to keep saying it. And you can disagree. I understand. Those, people are like, God, and whatever. Yeah, cool, fair enough. I it is what it is. But so much love, man. It's been the boy Spiritual God. I'm out.
I got friends now. You ain't know, but I got friends now.